Hi everybody, welcome to a short prenatal practice. Hope this will help to tide you over between now and when we get back to live classes again. So we'll start with focus on the breath, making sure you're nice and comfortable, sitting up perhaps on a cushion or anything else, a chair if you prefer, making sure that your comfort is your priority throughout the class. So listen to that inner teacher, listen to your body, and always come out of a pose if it isn't feeling good for you today. So to begin, we'll just relax the eyes, allow them to gently close. And take a few nice conscious breaths, aware of the breath moving in and out of the body. Smooth, easeful. Allowing the breath to move down to our babies. Just sensing how the breath feels in the body today. Aware of the temperature of the air, the cool air entering the body through the nose. And the slightly warmer air releasing away, again through the nose or through slightly parted lips. And appreciating the value of being able to breathe freely. And as we breathe consciously through our practice, having a sense that we're also breathing for the world, breathing for those whose breath is somewhat compromised, whether through anxiety or through illness. And we bring our hands to our rib cage and notice how the breath can expand out into the sides of the ribs. Feeling the ribs move out into our hands. And release away from our hands on the exhale. And then releasing the hands back down to the knees again. And as we breathe, we'll begin to move the head gently. So releasing the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Releasing the chin down towards the chest. Inhaling the left ear to the left shoulder. And coming back center. And then back in the other direction, exhaling. Ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. Inhaling right ear to right shoulder. And coming back center. And again in each direction. So nice and slowly, feeling that sense of stretch at the sides of the neck, at the back of the neck. And one more time back in the opposite direction. And coming back center, bringing hands to baby for a moment, just reassuring our babies with that sense of touch, that sense of connection. And imagine that there's a very interesting conversation happening behind you and you're just sitting back to hear that, to slightly eavesdrop. In other words, bring the head slightly back further than it is at the moment. It's a really nice way of just resetting the head over the spine. If we're opening our ears to hear something that's behind us. Just close the eyes again in this position, take a few breaths, breathing for baby. Drawing that beautiful, life-giving, oxygenated blood down. And using the exhale to release, to let go of anxieties, to let go of anything that doesn't serve us right here, right now. And how does it feel just to bring that head slightly back? And then bringing the hands together, palms together in front of the heart. And we'll stretch up towards the sky with our inhale, lengthen through the sides of the body, and with our exhale and expanding the energy out to the sides, out into the world around us. And as we bring our arms forward, we'll dip our chin, breathe into the upper back. And exhale, bringing the hands back again to the heart center. 2 more times, breathing in, stretching up towards the sky. And exhale, expand and opening the front of the heart. And as we inhale, we breathe into the back of the heart, the universal heart. Exhale, again back to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. One more time, breathing in, stretching up, finding that length. And exhale, expand and open. And as we inhale, we'll sweep the arms forward, drop the chin. And exhale, come back to the heart. Taking the left hand down then beside us on the mat, and we'll stretch the right arm up and lengthen all the way over. So this side stretch is a great way to bring a little bit more space into the side of the body, the spaces between the ribs, feeling into that space in the armpit. And especially if you have a little foot or a little elbow in the rib cage a lot of the time, if you're towards the end of your pregnancy, it's nice just to get that stretch out, make space. And inhale, come back up, exhale, release, taking it to the other side, left arm coming up, stretching that left arm over. And again, just making space with the breath, making space with the movement, the stretch. Consciously directing the breath into the left side of the body, energizing and nourishing all the cells in this area. And then inhale, come up, and exhale, release. And we'll take a little twist next. So taking the right hand behind. If you're up a little higher in a bolster, you can always put a book or a block or anything that works to give you a little bit of elevation under the hand. And we'll take the left hand to the left knee. So we're staying quite wide across the collarbones here. Taking a really nice lengthening up through the spine now on inhale. And then on the exhale, we're slowly turning to the right, moving baby around, taking our shoulders into the twist and gently taking the head into the twist. A few breaths here, wringing out tension from deep within the body. And next inhale, come back center. Taking right hand to right knee, left hand behind, grow long and tall through the spine. And exhale, again turning baby now to the left. Shoulders following, head following. And stay for a few breaths here in the twist. And then inhale, coming back center. We'll give the legs a little stretch out, so lengthen the legs out in front. Give a little wibble wobble of the legs. And then some gentle circles of the ankles, so bringing the feet around in one direction. And then taking it back in the other direction. And point and flex, stretching out the backs of the legs. And we'll bring ourselves over onto our hands and knees. So if you have a hard floor, you might like a blanket under your knees. We'll set ourselves up with our wrists a little forward of the shoulders. The knees can be about 2 fists space apart. Spread those fingers. Have a look down, index finger, middle finger facing forward. And we'll tuck the toes under. So firing up the soles of the feet, firing up the inner seams of the legs, and a little bit of tone in the pelvic floor. Be careful of the elbows. If you have a tendency to lock your elbows out, as I'm doing here, then take a little bit of softness. They may still look straight, but you know that you're not overloading the joint. So a little bit of ease there in the elbow joints. And we'll start with cat-cow here. So as we inhale, we're keeping fairly neutral in the spine and bringing the heart slightly forward, the chin slightly up. So there's a little forward tilt of the pelvis, but we're not overdoing it. And then on our exhale, we're pressing into our hands, pressing into our knees, rounding the spine into cat pose. Back to cow pose. Pretty neutral in the spine, heart forward, chin up, opening the throat. And exhale again, back into our cat. Really nice length through the back of the body. And a few more like that. Just breathe through the movement. Listen to your breath. It's nice to breathe in and out through the nose for this one. But keeping the jaw very relaxed. Do 2 more rounds. Breathing in And exhaling away. Following the breath with the focus. And all the way to the end of the exhale. And then walking the hands back, take the pressure off the wrists. Always nice to keep those wrists comfortable. Maybe even just stretch out the wrists a little bit here, bringing the palm towards the inner arm. And then we'll come back again onto all fours, and this time we'll take a little circling of the rib cage. So again, just be aware of the elbows, a little bit of softness into the elbows, and it's as if our ribs are hula hoops moving around the heart, moving around the lungs, like little bracelets. Or a barrel. We could think of the rib cage as a barrel rolling down the hill. So we're getting a really nice sense of movement, rolling movement with the ribs. The elbows can soften even more as the front of the ribs come down, and straighten a little as the back of the ribs move up. And again, we're just keeping that breath moving as we do this. And back in the other direction. Few circles around. Good. Coming back center again. We'll take the knees a little wider this time. Bring the bum back towards the heels. If that's too much, keep it up in the air. If it feels okay to bring it back towards the heels, you can stretch the arms out. And maybe take a little jiggle side to side. Again, finding space on the sides of the body as you do this. And a sense of the fluid body. That movement of organs within the body, and that fluid nature of the world that your baby's inhabiting at the moment. And coming back up, keeping that space between the knees now. We'll take some nice big wide hip circles. So this is a lovely one for any lower back ache, any sense of tightness in the back of the body. Just moving, breathing space into the body, into the joints, and keeping the face very relaxed, nice soft jaw. You might find yourself sighing or yawning in this one as you move into these very, very restful circles. Eyes closed or soft. And after a few rounds, we'll take that whole movement back in the other direction. And let the head just gently follow into the movement. Soft lips, so just bring your awareness to the jaw, to the mouth. Whether the lips are closed or slightly parted, the jaw remains relaxed. And then easing back again into child's pose, thumb in the air or bum towards the heels, and we'll stack the fists and rest the forehead down on the stacked fists. And take a few conscious breaths here, lengthening the exhale. Feeling the expansion of the breath into the side ribs, back ribs, front ribs, pelvic floor on inhale. And on the exhale, lift the pelvic floor gently as if you're drawing up from the back towards the front of the pelvic floor. Completely relax pelvic floor on the inhale. Really important to find that relaxation, that drop, that letting go. And again on the exhale, a little bit of a lift, a rebound of a trampoline. Few more breaths here with that awareness. One more time, one more conscious breath, releasing, releasing, releasing. Anal sphincter, vaginal wall to urethra on inhale. And on the exhale again, just lifting gently, zipping up the pelvic floor, finding that tone. Good, and then just letting it go, coming back up onto all fours, walking the hands forward. And we'll come into a half dog pose, so dropping the head between the upper arms, so the ears are aligned with the upper arms, and drawing the hips slightly back. So again, we're finding length through the spine, traction through the spine, length through the side body, the breath continuing to move. And inhale, take the hips forward, come forward, and either repeat that half dog, or if you feel ready or able to do a full downward facing dog, you can go into that. Full downward dog, you have your wrists slightly forward of the shoulders. I generally advise caution with this in the last trimester. If this isn't suiting you, go back into child's pose or half dog. If you're good for it, tuck the toes under, spread the fingers, press into the knuckles, lift the sit bones up. Let the head release down. Can be a little softness, a little bend in the knees, and maybe pedal out the feet. So just feel into what feels good for you here in this pose. Maybe relaxing the jaw again, sighing out through an open mouth. Maybe turning the head gently side to side to find that length through the neck. And then releasing the knees back down. Take a rest again here in child's pose if you need it. And when you feel ready to do so, just walk the hands back and give the hands a little bit of a shake out. And we'll come up into a kneeling position. We're going to take a few lunges. So give yourself enough space to the right and left of you to take the arms out as well in a moment. So we'll take our right leg forward first. And we'll start a few lunges with the hands on the hips. Inhaling as we come forward, exhaling as we go back. So this can feel really, really nice for some people. For others, it may feel a little uncomfortable on the pelvis if you've got any pelvic girdle pain. So please just leave this one out if it isn't suiting your body. If you want to bring the arms into this movement, you can take them up on the inhale. And as you come back, maybe even lift the toes of the front foot and feel that stretch through the leg. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming back. And again, inhale, coming up. Exhale, finding that lovely stretch through the back body. And one more time, inhale, come up. And this time take the arms out to the side, so there's a really nice slow descent of the arm, just feeling into the shoulder joints, easing out congestion in those shoulder joints as you come down. And then we'll take our right elbow to our right thigh and take a few circles with that left arm. Nice big circles working into that movement in the shoulder. Good. And release. Taking the right leg back now, and we'll take the left leg forward. I'm going to turn around the other way so that I'm a little better orientated towards the camera. So left foot forward. Hands on the hips again, just to establish our movement. So we're getting a bit of a stretch here through the hip flexor as well. A little bit of openness in the pelvis, but always listening to our body. If we want to bring the arms in, we can lift on the inhale and exhale, stretch out the back body. And again, inhale, lift. And exhale, take it back. Few more with the breath. Last time. And on this next exhale, letting the arms come out to the sides. Nice and slowly descending. And then taking left elbow to left thigh. We can line ourselves up so the knee is nicely aligned over the ankle for these arm circles. And there's a little twist in this arm circle as well. If we follow that thumb around with the gaze, get a little bit of movement there in the thoracic spine as well, in that mid-spine area. It's an area that can get very, very tight during pregnancy, so really nice to move into that area on a regular basis. And last one. Good. And from here we'll come to standing, so we can keep that front foot forward, tuck the toes of the back foot, press into the front thigh with the front hand and lift up to our standing position. We'll take a little bit of a hip circle movement here to begin. So hands on the hips. This is a really nice one to do on your birth ball as well. So if you are watching TV in the evenings, nice to jump on the birth ball and take a little bit of circling movement, creating space for your baby to move into a comfortable position, especially in late pregnancy. And back in the other direction, a few hip circles. Good, and back center. And then we'll take ourselves through our Shakti flow sequence. So for this one, the feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to soften the knees, bring the palms together in front of the heart. Take a lovely deep breath into the heart space, the fire of the heart. Exhale, turn the hands into Yoni Mudra, a lovely diamond shape. Send the bum back, knees stay over the ankles, toes stay down, and we're moving down towards the earth. And then reaching up through the air to the sky. Bring the palms together and settle the heels of the hands on the crown of the head. Take the thumbs and the baby fingers together then and sweep forward around the heart, sweep back around the back of the heart, and exhale back down towards the earth, keeping the chest fairly lifted, gathering earth energy, bringing it back to the water of the belly, and exhale back to the heart. Just pause here a moment. You can straighten the legs if it's more comfortable to do so. Breathe into the heart space. And bring your mind to anything or anyone for whom or for which you're grateful today. So our gratitude practice. It's a really lovely way of combating stress and anxiety. Regularly coming to a place of gratitude, a place of appreciation. And then softening the knees again. We're going to come through our Shakti sequence 2 more times. Breathing into the heart. Exhaling, moving down towards the earth. This beautiful fluid feminine energy up through the air now. And then sitting down into our power as women. Sweeping around the front and the back with the thumbs and the baby fingers together. And then exhaling back down towards the earth, gathering earth energy, bringing it back to water and back to fire. Again, we'll just pause here for a moment, breathe into heart. Feel that heart energy glow and swell with gratitude. Gratitude for the little blessings to which we open every day. And then ready for one more flow, breathing into the heart space. Exhaling towards the earth. Inhaling through the air. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale, sweeping around front of heart, sweeping around back of heart. Exhaling back down towards earth. Earth coming to water and water coming to fire. Then we'll take the feet a little wider and we'll get ready for our warrior sequence, warrior pose. How far apart your feet are will depend on how comfortable you are. So if you need to have the feet closer, especially in late pregnancy, if you feel there's a lot of pressure in the pelvis, you may need to have your feet a lot closer. Really listen to your body again and do what you need to feel comfortable. We're going to turn one leg, I'm going to turn my right leg all the way up towards the front of the mat, and the back foot is slightly turned in, about 45-degree angle. Raise the arms shoulder level, and then on the exhale, I'm bending the right knee. Now, I really want that knee to be directly over the ankle, so try to avoid it coming up too far forward or falling inwards. Line it up over the ankle. If that means that you're back here, that's absolutely fine. Let the shoulders relax down and look out over the front hand. Nice strong back leg. And feel connected to the earth. See if you can bring your tailbone towards the floor so that baby sits nicely supported on the shelf of the pelvis. Just one more breath here. Then turn the right palm to the sky. Take the left hand down that back leg. reaching up towards the sky. And with an exhale, bringing the hand or the elbow down to the thigh, top arm over the head, into side angle pose. Keep breathing. Press into the right foot to come back up out of it. And exhale, release the arms. Turn the right foot in, turn the entire left leg out. Take the arms up again, shoulder level. Exhale, bend the front knee, knee over ankle, shoulders relaxing down. Gazing out over the left hand. Feeling nicely, strongly connected and rooted to the earth through the legs and lifted through the crown of the head. Smooth, long breath. Turn the left palm to the sky, right hand down the right leg, reach back, reversing your warrior. And then exhale, releasing elbow to thigh and taking that right arm over the ear. Breathe smooth, long. Pressing into the left foot, coming up, and exhale, release. We'll turn the toes in a little so that the outside edges of the feet are parallel now. We're going to take a forward fold for anybody who would like to do that. If you have high blood pressure or if you're feeling nauseous, maybe leave this forward fold out, or for any other reason, if it doesn't feel good, just leave it out, do a few hip circles instead. If you're coming into the forward fold, be aware as well that you can keep your knees as soft as you need. So if there's strain in the hamstrings or the lower back, bend your knees to accommodate the stretch. So we'll take our hands to our hips, soften the knees, lift the heart towards the sky, take the gaze up, and then on the exhale, hinge forward and bringing the hands down to the floor if the floor is available. Keep them on the hips if not. Look forward with your next inhale, and as you exhale, you can begin to soften the head down towards the earth. So nice and slowly, feel into it, bend the knees as much as you need. Nice little bit of traction now through the spine. And taking the left hand a little closer to the right hand, we'll take our right hand to the sky, so a little swivel to the right. Again, we're working through that mid-spine. And exhale, release the right hand down. Inhale the left arm to the sky. And exhale, release the left hand down. Lengthen forward. And exhale, taking the hands to the hips or the thighs and slowly coming up. Again, keep the knees a little bent to support that lower back. Well done. And bringing the feet together. I'll just give everything a little shake out. And coming into a balanced pose now before we come back down to the mat again. So for your balance pose, for tree pose, for Vrikshasana, you may like to have your hand against a wall if your balance is feeling a little off today, or if you just need that little bit of extra support. So you may like to take your hand to a wall, and then whichever leg is closest to the wall is going to be your standing leg. If you're okay without a wall, that's fine too. So your standing leg is nice and strong. We're taking the other leg then to below or above the knee as feels comfortable. Could even have ball of foot on the floor. If you're okay to take it up above the knee, then use your hands to get it there. And you may like to take your hands, elbows to shoulder level, arms to the sky, or a nice quiet little tree where you're holding your baby or hands to the heart. So we're just working with our focus here, working with our balance here. Absolutely fine to keep one hand on the wall as well. So breathe and be. Right here with this breath in this moment, nowhere else you need to be. And then exhale, release. We'll take our tree pose to the other side. So opposite leg will be your standing leg. Opposite hand against the wall if you're using the wall here. Your free leg will come again either above or below the knee. Pressing your foot into your leg, leg back into foot, keeping the hips fairly level. And again, maybe hand to baby, maybe hand to heart, or wherever you want the arms to be right here. Stay with the breath. And exhale, release. Ease out the legs. And we bring ourselves down now onto the mat again. A couple of different ways of coming down nice and easily, keeping the pelvis fairly level. So either softening the knees and walking the hands forward and bringing the two knees down, or if you prefer, just walk 1 foot forward, drop the back knee and come down from there. And we'll come back to seated. So again, just grab your cushion if you had a cushion or something supportive to sit on. And we'll take the legs out wide, flexing the feet and raising the arms up overhead, holding on to the left wrist with the right hand. Taking a little turn over to the right, little stretch. Coming back center, switch it over, little side stretch to the left. Inhale, come back up, clasp the hands together and bring the hands forward. So flex the feet and take a nice big stirring motion now as we bring those arms around, moving at your own pace, keeping the sense of energy in the legs, so you're drawing the toes back, pressing away into the heels, as if you're bracing the feet against a wall. And back in the other direction, a few rounds, all the way around. Deep breathing. Last time. Good, and then bending up the right leg, keeping the left leg extended. And we'll take a little forward fold here. If you have a tie or have a strap and you want to take it around the foot, you can do so. I'm going to just use my hands down along the leg or along the floor. This feels good. So we're going to lengthen up through the spine on our inhale. And then as we exhale, we're taking a little forward fold in the direction of that long leg. It can be slightly more central depending on, again, the size of your baby, how big your baby has grown at this stage. So relaxing your shoulders down, relaxing your chin towards your chest. You don't have to be very far down in this. Just let your energy sink inwards. Relaxing jaw. And aware of the earth beneath. Slowly coming up with an inhale now. And taking the right hand to the floor outside the right knee. Lifting the bum off the floor, coming onto hand and knee and stretching the left arm over the ear. And exhale, release down. Taking it to the other side. Turning just marginally towards that long leg, the right leg. So there's a little turn of baby towards that leg. Lifting up through the spine. And with an exhale again, we're just coming forward nice and easily, either walking the hands either side of the leg or holding onto the shin or the foot, or maybe you're much further up. Chin is towards chest, eyes are closing, shoulders relaxing, and letting the energy sink inwards, downwards, the focus move downwards. And finding that sense of quiet space within. Every exhale brings us a little deeper into relaxation. And slowly easing back up, bringing left hand outside the left knee onto the floor, rising up onto left knee, left hand, stretching right arm over the ear. And then exhale, release down. And we'll bring the soles soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Again, if it's comfortable. For anybody with pelvic girdle pain, you may need to keep your knees a little further or a little closer together. If this feels nice and good, then easing the knees out to the sides, taking the hands to the ankles or the shins or the floor. And taking a few moments here of golden thread breath, breathing in through both nostrils evenly. Breathing out through a little gap in the lips. Every inhale, we're drawing energy, prana, to our babies. And every exhale, as we breathe out through that little gap in the lips, you might like to visualize a beautiful golden thread moving out into the world, away from the mouth, swirling and dancing. Continuing at your own pace for a few breaths. Keeping the focus on the breath and on that golden thread. And slowly bringing the hands beneath the knees, drawing the knees together. And easing your way now down onto your mat for Shavasana. You might like to have your cushion under your head, coming down on the left side if that's comfortable for you. Having a blanket ready perhaps for that extra warmth. Just settling down for a few moments of rest with your baby. Taking your time to get as comfortable as you can. Softening and releasing and relaxing. All of the muscles melting away from the bones. Bones dissolving. Aware of that earth beneath your body, that sense of groundedness. And as you rest here with your baby, I'm going to read a poem called Just for Now by Dana Falls. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. Staying in your Shavasana as long as you need, as long as serves you today. If you have the time, just let the earth continue to support from beneath you. And find this opportunity for deep rest. I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana with the sound of the gong. When it is your time to come back up to seated, just do so with ease, taking your time. And thank you everybody for joining the practice. Om Shanti.